Hey guys, how you doing? I'm just on my way home. Just got back from a friend's place. Thought I'd do a video. The big news as far as I'm concerned, I hit 200 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. Guys, it took me a year to get to 100 subscribers. And then it's taken me a month to get to 200 subscribers. And I feel like that exponential growth is going to continue happening because I think that I am telling the truth about what's happening in the world, and I think people know it. I think that's really what it comes down to. I think that all of us have been gaslighted, and all of us have been isolated, and we've been separated from each other. That capital has structured it so that we can't have strong, meaningful relations where we can tell the truth to one another and organize and as a collective to get together and say to the capitalist class that they've lost credibility, that they've lost the credible position of rulership, that capital wants desperately to be in charge, and there are people like me in the world who are willing to tell them that they no longer have the credibility to rule. You can see it in our political system right now. Here in Canada, the capitalists are coalescing underneath both the Conservatives and the Liberals. That the Liberals and the Conservatives work together in order to ensure that the populace is always working on behalf of the capitalists, while the capitalists do absolutely nothing. That is the structure of our society. The capitalist class keeps everybody working for their interests, and sometimes their interests is literally just to keep people busy. Telling an entire generation of people that they have to sacrifice their lives making lattes for rich people in cars. I don't accept it, and I think more and more people are not accepting it. Hence, what is happening on this channel. That the longer I speak and the more I continue speaking truth to power and the more I continue telling the truth of what is obviously happening to us as a people, the bigger this channel is going to grow. And it's going to grow fast. And that's something that I have to come to terms with for myself. This is very unexpected for me. I did not expect this to happen. And I can't count my chickens before they've hatched, obviously. I'm at 200. The magic number is 1,000. The magic number is 1,000. That's when I can start truly dedicating all of my time and all of my energy to making this engine run. Because all this channel, I shouldn't say all this channel is, but a big purpose of this channel is to scare the hell out of the capitalists. I have nothing but contempt for these people. Honestly, I don't think they have the right to rule. I don't think they have the right to be the prime beneficiaries while we do all their work. My central thesis on this channel is that we should transfer the shares that the capitalists own into the hands of the working class. And that's for a very specific reason. If you do not own the share owns you. And whoever owns the share owns you. We live in a wage slave system where capitalists can abandon us at any moment. They've abandoned me. I lost my job 5 days ago because I mentioned the word union twice in my workplace. Take a look at how they've acted over COVID, right? Other nations that are less capitalist than us have already recovered from COVID and are already moving back to normalcy. We are still debating whether or not we should open up the place and sacrifice more human lives in order to make the economy run. The last thing the capitalists want is us to have time to organize, time to think, time to rest, time to realize that the game that they have put on us is fraudulent and without merit completely. The last thing the capitalists want us to understand is that they have no credibility. They have no credibility whatsoever. They have no reason to believe that we should take them seriously. They have no reason to believe that we should listen to a word they say. And they are scared of us. They are absolutely scared of us. When people got together as like a ramshackle organization during the climate strike rally that happened before COVID, that scared the hell out of the establishment. And their response was to take their pretty boy, was to take their golden boy, Justin Trudeau, and do a photo op of him at that rally, while the rest of us were standing there going, aren't you actually the leader of this place? Can't you actually get things done? Instead, we get these tiny little piecemeal left liberal initiatives completely designed to pacify the populace while giving the appearance of them doing something. And the game is up. We see it. We don't believe these guys anymore. We don't think that what they say is honest or well meant. We don't trust them. And it's getting more and more apparent. Like, take a look at how this vaccine rollout has gone. A couple of capitalists managed to get subsidized and then withhold the vaccine in order to jack up the price. That's how capitalism works. Once the food shortages start to happen because of climate change, how do you think these capitalists are going to act? Do you think they're going to ration food? Do you think they're going to ration so that everybody gets food, so that some people have to diminish their quality of life so that other people can actually eat? Or do you think they're just going to hoard everything for themselves, hide behind their gated communities and their giant palaces, jack the price of food so that some people simply can't afford it? Which one sounds most like the capitalists we're familiar with? And so if you've joined recently, if you're here now, or if you're one of the people who have joined a long time ago, heck, if you're one of my Patreons, bless you. Bless you for being my Patreon. Bless you. I can't even believe that there are people who are donating money to me to do this. Bless you. God bless you. But you know that we are in a fight. You know that we are in a fight. You know that we have enemies. You know who those enemies are. And you know that we have to come together as a people in a singular voice. And you know that we have to destroy this capitalist system. Because you know that this capitalist system is structured to destroy us. That capitalists are going to chase their profits to our graves. You know that's true. And you know and you understand that you can no longer sit by, and at the very least, you can no longer not listen to dissenting voices. You know that you can't do that anymore. You know that the capitalists are not telling you the full story. You know that every piece of news you receive through our news media has gone through this very tight, controlled lens of capital. So that no matter what, it's the capitalists who maintain their power. It's the capitalists who remain in charge. And so people are turning to voices like mine, I am not the most well-researched person. I am not the smartest person in the room. I am not the person who is standing here giving you the best information you're ever going to receive in your life. But I am a person who is trying to speak honestly about what it's like to live in a society that has been dominated completely by capital. I am trying desperately to communicate to the world that what we are experiencing is not only unhealthy, but it is destructive. I feel like I'm the guy. I'm the digital version of the man with the poster board on saying the end is nigh. I might as well be ringing a bell. And my hope is that someone will listen. And my hope is that someone will care. We all put our weight behind this Greta Thunberg girl because she was a young girl and a young lady. And we wanted to show these guys. It's become obvious. It's become obvious that you can no longer be credible for the decision making around here. It's become obvious. Even a child knows it. Even a child understands it. And I understand it. And the people on this channel understand it. And what we need to start getting through our heads is that the capitalists understand it. But the capitalists are making the decision, the outright decision, to put their profits ahead of our lives. And they are willing to rule in hell instead of be equals in a sane society. They would rather sit at the top of a skyscraper eating cybernetic mush that they've created for their own survival while the rest of us wallow in a desert. That to them, that is preferable than living in a clean, open society where everyone is treated as equals. And I'm not going to pretend like this isn't the case any longer. As far as I am concerned, the plan is to organize into groups. The larger group, the more influential you will be. I recommend Socialist Action. That is the organization that I have joined with the explicit and stated agenda of influencing and hopefully taking over the NDP in order to push them into actually being socialists, into actually listening to communists, into actually accepting that capitalism is not their friend. This is the strategy that we must use moving forward. If we use violence, we will be destroyed by violence. If we organize directly under the party, they will just manipulate and use us for the benefit of capital. We need to organize in independent organizations that have the stated agenda and understanding and goal that capitalism is evil and it must be destroyed. And my recommendation to destroy it as swiftly as possible is to transfer the shares away from the capitalist class into the working class. Because the people who do the work, the people who are actually doing the work, should be the ones who make the decisions about whether or not they want their societies destroyed or not. Okay guys, this is the end of me. Please like this, send it around, share it. We gotta organize, and we gotta organize fast. These guys are not going to relent. They will burn this place out. We know that that's true. And if we don't actually take action, and if we don't actually organize in order to take the reins of power away from the old man driving the vehicle, he's gonna drive it right off the cliff. And we know it's true. Good luck. We're gonna need it.